1990s Tremors. Oh, one last thing before I go. Fuck you, Chad Daddy.
Wow, thanks.
And what's up, everybody? And welcome to the Comics and Kaijus podcast. This is your host with the motherfucking most, TJ Bowser, and joining me is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, Chad Daddy.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
And the Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D.
What's up? Well, I don't know what do they call their people? I'm just gonna say what's up, people.
I don't know
what they call their listeners.
That's a good question. And here to protect and serve from shitty remakes, Detective Bob.
What's up?
Ooh. Yeah, so as you guys know, this isn't your normal scheduled programming. And yeah, we are the boys from Gore and More, the brother-sister podcast of this wonderful Comics and Kaijus. Those Comics and Kaijus boys are doing Beetle Bros this week, and the Beetle Bros did Gore and More this week. Woo. So, yeah. All of them, we're live now, and I guess the Gore and More episode is live as well, subsequent at the same time.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, there we go.
That's a beautiful Monday.
Right?
Content-filled Monday.
Hell yeah, dude. We're just dropping a lot of shit.
Okay. And
I'm interested to watch this.
Shout out to Nick Benson, effects man on Tremors, for the little intro there.
Mm-hmm.
And
as
continuing
well as,
the running joke from our New Year's episode.
Cameron Miller, what's up?
What's up, Cam? Not only Tremors, but we also got a little Nightmare 4, I believe.
Yes.
And we also have one of our favorite remakes, The Blob. Yes.
I just watched that the other night, actually.
Very nice.
A great remake.
I know, dude. I need that shit on Blu-ray like now.
I have 2 versions on Blu-ray.
So, just like our show, they got a slice of life. Big Johnny D.
What's up, buddy?
What'd you do?
Well, let's see. Besides shooting some fucking graboids this week, motherfuckers. By the way, bullets don't penetrate dirt. Just let you little know.
Not even with the elephant gun.
Nope, not even with the big boy. Other than that, no, week's been pretty good. Picked up actually the new Mario 3D World on Friday, which is awesome. And I had it on the Wii U, but it's nice that they gave you a whole new game of Bowser's Fury, which is very fitting for this podcast because it's literally like a full fucking kaiju game, dude. I mean, he literally turns into the size of Godzilla and is just rampaging the world. And you actually utilize his like fire breath and everything shit he destroys for puzzles and stuff too, which is dope. But then you yourself get to go in the cat suit and then you get to turn giant and fucking fight him. So it's like full like Super Sentai fucking like
nice
Mario. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Awesome game. And having fun with the little one playing that. On sticking on the Nintendo, which was kind of funny. The day before that, dude, I actually dusted off and hooked up the Wii for her. Because she didn't know what it was. So we played the good old Wii Sports.
Nice.
And literally, as we were playing that, a meme was sent to me about how this dude wanted a new 4K TV. And the wife's like, no, there's nothing wrong with yours. So he's like, hey, kids, let me introduce you to a game called Wii Sports. And shit you not, man, I had to latch that up around my 6-year-old because I saw it like twice that shit heading right towards my TV. And I was just, no.
Yeah.
But TJ might yell at me for this one. But unfortunately, just because I couldn't find Blu-rays, I ended up picking up the 7-pack of Tremors. Not only just for this delicious episode, but for future content potentially, and just because I love the fucking movie franchise. So
is it potentially or is it confirmed?
Oh, it's confirmed.
Okay.
I just didn't want didn't want to give away too much.
Yeah, that's the exact same reason I bought the exact. How'd you get it? Did you order
Amazon?
It
Baby, it was like $17, dude. Got it in 2 days. It was fucking. And
the funny thing is, I set that order because I drove around yesterday trying to find it and couldn't find it. I'm like, well, may as well just order it on Amazon. And I accidentally ordered the 6 film set that didn't include the new one.
I couldn't. Oh,
because
but you can get you can get that in Blu-ray though. That one.
I canceled that one and ordered the 7-disc set because it was only $2 more.
So I was looking for. I couldn't find the 6 set Blu-ray because I was going to do what TJ mentioned beforehand and just do this, the 6 and then the solo. but it was sold out. And then the other Blu-ray set that I found was out of print, but they were asking like 90 bones for that shit. And I was like, wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And I was like, wait. I'm like, so you're telling me I can get all 7 movies for $17 on DVD? No, I get it. Like, obviously, dude, listen, I would love to see Tremors in 4K, and I really still want to. But, I don't mind owning multiple copies when they drop the fucking Blu-ray collection.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not a bad, if you're going to double dip, it's not a bad set.
Fuck yeah, dude. Other than that, man, just been a relaxing week. Getting ready for the cold snowstorm coming in. I don't know if you guys down south there, or south of me, I should say, are going to be getting hit with it, but we're supposed to get a good old 12 inches tonight. Yeah.
That's not enough.
All right. That's fair. Other than that, man, just been relaxing, watched this movie, read this sweet comic, and excited to hear what you guys been doing. Bobby, how you been, buddy?
Pretty good. It was. I like the intro. It was a chill weekend. What the fuck did I do Saturday? Saturday, I just hung out with friends. We were literally just chilling and watching movies all day. And yesterday was Valentine's Day. So me and my mom, we had breakfast and we made ourselves a nice dinner. That was it. Nothing too much horror related really this weekend, other than watching this beautiful, blessed movie that still looks good 30 years later. Like half the creature effects of today can't touch it. I think that's how good it is.
Practical, baby.
And also reading this wonderful comic that we have going on tonight, and TJ stirring away and coming back, and he's got to show it off. That's right. See that? TJ has it. We do not, but he does. So it's like all 4 of us do.
Right. We get to share.
But yeah, very, very chill weekend. It was nice. This week I'll be working on some more cosplay shit and everything. And that's actually pretty much it. Not too much going on. It's been not so busy, which I'm okay with, because last week was hell. Chad, what about you, buddy?
Not much new here either, buddy. Just the same old, work, and a pretty chill weekend. Went up to the in-laws, and we're still helping build finish the basement. And then we came home, had a nice quiet Valentine's Day with just me, the wife, and Harper. Didn't do anything special. Just made some steak. She actually went out and bought some lobster tails for us, so we had steak and lobster. Well, I had lobster. She's not a lobster fan, so I got to eat 2 of them.
Very nice.
Yeah, so we had a little surf and turf for Valentine's. We had stuffed mushroom caps the night before. What else did we do? Oh, so I ended up with...
I like how you say mushroom caps.
Yeah, they're portobellos.
They're
so I got
stuffed mushrooms. That's it.
This was my Valentine's present.
Oh,
no shit!
I can't show you the figure. He's actually already on the shelf. So there's just the accessories there. Sorry, you can't really see it. The grids. Yeah, but I didn't want to display him as flashing and have the kids see that. That's just a little too gross for them. But it's really funny because Harper is a little creeped out by his eyes, so I have to I put the sunglasses on.
Because we've just been flashed.
That's fair. So he's just
since we're doing comics and kaijus, I wanted to show off some of my kaiju stuff here because I know the C&K boys are watching because I know this will make them jealous. Ooh. Cameron, you know who this guy is. This is the very hard to find Trendmasters Veyran figure that. Let's see if he's still.
Oh, there you go.
You hear that? Yeah.
Wow, that wouldn't wake you up in the middle of the night.
Like when this first came out.
Is that a kid crying? No, that's just a figure. Don't worry about it.
Jesus Christ, dude. I think I'd fucking pucker a little bit on that one.
The long out of print Godzilla compendium.
Oh, I'm jealous. I want that.
Our double chin Kaijin is freaking out.
And check out this. This was this was part of a diorama set for Destroy All Monsters. They were supposed to put out Godzilla, King Ghidorah, then Mothra, and then a couple others. They only ended up putting out King Ghidorah and Godzilla, but
that just sounds pretty good.
He glows.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
I like
So I just had to show some of that stuff off for the guys because we're doing comics and kaijus.
Dude, you were definitely ready for this shit, dude.
I was.
You were.
Yeah, there's my old ladies. Godzilla is. I think he's upstairs in my kid's toy box. Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
mine are elsewhere. I don't know where they are.
So yeah, like I said, aside from that, just playing some Far Cry 5, taking some took a day off today. I actually thought we were supposed to be getting the worst snow today going into tomorrow, but yeah, it is what it is. So who knows? Yeah, but I guess enough about me. Boss man, what about you, buddy?
Well, I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, I found out today that maybe the neighbor's pipe burst and it's leaking into our kitchen, which I thought was our our dishwashing machine.
Wait. The same neighbors that had the leak last time?
No, so it was us. What happened is the toilet somehow overflowed in the middle of the night by running itself, and then it went down through the ceiling and then broke the ceiling. So I guess this is a separate leak coming from the neighbors, and it's coming into our kitchen. I thought it was our dishwasher, and they took apart our dishwasher today. They're like, that fucker's bone dry. So they don't know. So they're like, yeah, it's coming from the other side of the wall. And if that's the case, and it's been happening for 3 days, so something's going on during this weather. That's got to get fixed ASAP.
Yeah, you can't have that for the rest of the winter.
No shit.
Shouldn't have that ever.
Stuff. No.
Well, yeah, but it sucks worse now because old pipes, if they're old, they suck.
Yeah. Especially with it being as cold as, I mean, we're all talking about weather here. The temperature is pretty fucking nippy here.
Yo, I don't know about you guys, but can I just say shout out to homie Scuba Steve? That motherfucker actually has colder weather than I do right now.
Yo, that's the fucked up part.
Right? Those motherfuckers aren't used to that shit, dude.
No, we're over here. We walk outside 32. We're good. They walk outside in like 40. It's like, fuck me.
Yo, homie, if it's 32, that's shorts and t-shirt and a barbecue weather right there, baby.
Yeah, my mom and sister live in Houston, so I hear all about it. Anytime it gets anywhere close to cold, they're like, oh, we're freezing. It's like 60 degrees. I'm like, that's shorts and a t-shirt.
Are you kidding me, dude?
We're out there in the snow like this.
Dude, you give me a little bit of sun. I don't care. It's good enough.
It's a good day.
Friday, we are recording the first episode of Lights, Camera, Exploitation, the upcoming podcast featuring myself, Nick Reese, and Brody Kane. That will be premiering sometime later this month. Artwork by Corey Kaufman, of course. So the first film we will be doing for that is David Cronenberg's Crash, and I'll use that as a segue to this week's pickup, which is Crash from the Criterion Collection. It is my first Criterion Blu-ray, and that fucking thing is like the creme de la creme. It's like if you scraped off the top of the caviar. Ooh. It is the good shit. The way it's packaged, the little poster included is just awesome. And the restoration and the bonus features are just next level. And I can't wait to buy more Criterion, and I can't wait to talk about David Cronenberg's Crash. And I can't wait for you guys to listen to the first episode of Lights, Camera, Exploitation, coming soon to ProjectLouder.net. And without further ado, let's get on with this week's review, which is 1990s Tremors.
Yeah. Thank you, boys, for that pick, by the way.
So wonderful.
So this is directed by Ron Underwood, produced by Ellen Collett, Gail Ann Hubbard, Brent Maddock, and Ginny Nugent, and S.S. Wilson. Holy shit.
Yeah, right?
Yep. Based on nothing. We get incomplete show notes here. Starring Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward, Finn Carter, Michael Gross, Reba McEntire. Oh, yeah. Music by Ernest Truce. Cinematography by Alexander Krasinski. Wow. Yeah.
Well, you nailed that.
That's a fucking win. Edited by Nicholas Brown, or is that Nicholas Brown?
Nicholas Brown.
Nicholas.
Production company Universal Pictures, distributed by
Universal.
Nobody.
I guess.
Universal as well.
Sure, yeah.
I was gonna say that's what my 7-pack of DVDs is Universal. So we're gonna go with yes.
We'll go with
Release
Universal.
date, January 19th, 1990. Runtime of 1 hour and 36 midgets, or that's little people for you. Yeah.
PC.
Country, PC, yeah. Country, United States. What the fuck? Budget, 11 million.
I didn't even know that was a thing in there. Dude, I've been listening to like a few of their episodes.
Remember they
This is
do
the
a
first
lot
time
of
I'm
Japanese
seeing their notes, and I'm over here like,
Korean
yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Box office, 16.7 million.
Yeah. There you go, Bacon.
Okay. There's no plot rundown, but we can discuss the fucking plot. Who wants to do a off the top of the head plot rundown?
It's got to be Big Johnny D because he originally picked this for Gore and More.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
So out in a very small western town.
Wait. How many people? You remember off
A
the top of your head?
population of 14.
There you go.
Yeah, buddy. Some trouble arises as two gentlemen try to leave town. I don't even know how you would say their job. Two odd job working gentlemen.
Jack of all trades,
handyman.
Ooh, handyman. Yes,
We are
correct, that's
handymen.
handyman.
That's true. You're right. As they're trying to leave town, unfortunately, something has happened to where they are not allowed to escape, and they must come together with the. Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Here. As they come together with the townfolk to figure out what is attacking the town.
That is
I want
a
that.
breakdown of the American graboid, even
Yes.
the anus.
Dude, I love that we have different archetypes of graboids now too.
Yes.
Yes.
Like just full on different levels. I mean, we're in
And
7
acknowledging
films,
that
so-
there's an American graboid insinuates that there's others. So,
well, we already got that in Bloodlines in 5.
Yes. We
well,
did. Well,
I
part
mean,
of it.
at the time of this film's
Oh,
production,
yes,
it didn't
correct.
exist. Yes. I'm
Correct,
talking
correct.
since then, the expanded lore has created that to be possible.
All right. So, first and foremost, obviously, TJ, you watched that 30-minute doc, right?
Making Perfection? Is that what
Correct.
it's called?
Yes. If you didn't, that's fine. Did you boys see it? I know Bobby didn't. Chad, did you get a chance to skim
I
it
did
at all?
not.
That's fine.
No.
So here's a little something I
Okay.
learned.
Does that not look like the Baywatch logo at the opening?
It does.
A
I
little
like
bit.
how it's mirrorized like my glasses, dude. Like,
But if you look at the artwork, it's actually the mountains in the movie.
I know, but it looks like Cartman's. It looks like Cartman style shades like this when he has.
It
like, his
does.
permanent
Oh my.
fucking respect my authority. Anyways,
Okay.
yeah. So what I learned from that doc is the dudes who actually came up with the monsters themselves. They wanted to make a skin-like retractive shell that came out when the teeth came out, and the producers are like, "We can't have underground penises attacking people."
Yep.
And they're like, "We already have underground
Yep.
penises attacking people. Who cares if it has foreskin or not?" And honestly,
If you listen to the episode of Rabbit Hole called They Will Leave You Legless, which is a reference to the Tremors advertising campaign featuring Nick Benson, he will talk about the uncircumcised graboids.
yes.
I remember hearing about that. I think they did it also in another documentary, but not as in depth as.
Oh my
that
God.
one.
That, like I said, you learn something new every day. And you know what? Honestly, I feel like these monsters would be just that much more terrifying had they had that addition to them.
Yes.
I would not be looking at myself the same way. I can tell you that.
You know what? Maybe that should be the next variant for the next movie. I mean, it's
Ooh.
all going direct to video anyway.
This
That's
is
fair.
true.
So, I mean, dude, if they're going to continue it, which I kind of hope they do, they have to go with Heater and Kennedy, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how do they not have that team up next?
Or they
But anyways-
somehow bring back Fred Ward.
Probably not.
Yeah,
but-
more than
although we almost did get Bacon when they wanted to revitalize the series.
yes.
Yeah,
And
he
make
was
it,
off the
like super
pilot.
darker. Yep. And I can't remember why that fucking tanked, or they just didn't jump on it or something. Like they didn't even air
From
the
what I saw,
pilot. don't
Sci-Fi
think-
just didn't jump on it.
Yeah, they were like they did it and they were like, no, we got other shit going on or something like that. Which like, fuck that.
They suck anyway.
But yeah, man. So let's get into these discussion topics.
Let's go for it.
So
Yeah.
opening scene.
Oh yeah, totally a hook in.
What was
So
the
I
opening
wish-
scene?
When you literally meet Val and Earl.
Right.
Yeah. And they definitely hook you into their character dynamic and everything. You realize like it's gonna be a
Oh,
fun
yeah.
ride with these two all the way. But the fact that you get a little bit of like under the ground action going on, you know, leads you to question what's going on. Especially, I'm trying to remember, like, dude, I've seen this movie so many times.
If I remember correctly, they pulled off the dirt graboid effects similar to the way that they did the rug effect in Nightmare on Elm Street 3 with the Freddy worm going underneath the floorboards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is such a cool effect.
Mick described it like a football helmet on rollers. That's Jen pulled with a pulley. So in between two things. So whenever it's pulled, it lifts on both. Yeah.
So that'll lift the dirt and then nice, dude.
I'm surprised that would even work. You know, using sand, you think it would get in there and just jam up.
I think that was a problem.
I would say the one scene where that kind of, or maybe I'm thinking too in, when we see the first time a graboid underneath, you notice how that ground doesn't break apart. John, you might know what I'm talking about. When she's checking the seismographs,
yeah,
it's under the ground, but you don't see any of the dirt or anything moving. It's like a perfect rug. It looks like. So, like, I mean, I'm sure that was a little stage they used, but I think of that. I'm like, you would think there'd be a little more, like a dirt of effect with that.
That's fair. And honestly, I mean, it kind of gets.
Bobby wants a dirtier movie, is what he's saying.
That's, I've heard a lot of people even complain that they didn't necessarily like the camera angle because they didn't like how it's above the ground, but the worm's in the ground. Personally, it doesn't bother me because you still get, you know what I mean? Like, you're getting that shot. And maybe it's not.
Don't we see underground shots in later
films?
You
do. Later on, you definitely see when it pokes out and then it dives back in and it gives you like the full like. All
and you
around.
Also get some on the side too,
right? Which I do like because then it actually shows you like how fucking fast that thing is flying like from its angle. So, gentlemen, favorite scene. I don't know if we're all going to agree on this one, but I feel like we could. I'm going to have to say the first time Val and Earl actually see the graboid and that whole chase to where they kill it.
Yeah, that's fucking rad. That's fun.
Like that, with the fence going down as it's chasing them. Dude, that's a whole theme park ride. Like the fact that Universal never made this into something was like upsetting them.
This could have been Jaws 2.0 easily.
Correct,
I think it could have been way better than the Jaws one too.
Right, you wouldn't have to put it in fucking water, dude. So that saves you
some
money.
Exactly, that takes out that factor right there. I will agree with you on that, but I like that as a favorite scene as a whole. But one of my favorites is when they're in Bert's basement.
That's what I was going to pick.
Dude, I mean, it is right there because I mean, dude,
it's on the cusp.
It is. I mean, they're like so great. They're so both great scenes, dude. Like, and could you just imagine how fun that scene would be to shoot, dude?
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, here's all these guns, and they're already loaded with blanks. So just go fucking ham. Just screaming and shooting, dude. That'd be fucking hilarious.
This is the one movie where I actually couldn't even think of a bad scene at all. No dull moment either.
No, everything kind of fit. It made it,
we watched this last night. Me, Steph, and Harper watched it with us, my 3-year-old, and she watched the whole thing. She never does that, and she watched the whole thing.
So
she loved it.
I know we shouldn't be. I'm gonna have to kind of like side note on this, just because obviously we're goring more, and I know we're not trying to like look at this from a horror aspect, but this is a great introduction to horror for that reason, because you know what I mean. Like this is Jaws, essentially 90s Jaws. It's land Jaws
because it's also a throwback to those B horror movies.
Yeah,
that if you didn't really see one of those, this is that introduction, and then it can bring you in there with some scare factor too.
And I might actually throw in a third scene for potential favorite, and it's when the doctor's wife is getting sucked down in the car, and the music's just playing, dude, and the headlights are just up in the air. Like that is one of the most like just memorable moments for me for this movie. Of just like. I remember when I was a kid, I was just like slack-jawed when I saw that. I was like, oh, shit.
I think one of the most terrifying moments in that scene is when she's digging for him and you just see the little snake pop up.
Oh, yeah, dude.
All slimed out with the little teeth coming out. It's like, oh, that's so gross, but so cool.
Well, that's the first shot of the little
yes,
tongue,
it is.
I believe, isn't it? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
of one of alive. Yes.
Right. So I think we got all our scenes. So favorite character, gentlemen.
Bert.
In this one, Val.
I gotta say with Bao, because Bert was kind of a dick in this.
I liked
I mean,
him.
Bert's kind of a
too
dick in
forward.
all of them, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
I
seemed
liked
worse
him
than
too
this
forward.
one.
Yeah.
He's a dick, but
man.
you're safe around him.
right.
Very true.
To a
Yeah, 'cause look-
degree,
yeah, 'cause look
we
what
found
happened.
out in number 3, but that's later down the road.
Yeah,
Ass
because just
blasters.
well, everybody's just kind of stuck up on their roofs, and what's Bert doing? He's building bombs.
Well, he's prepping. I mean,
He was prepping.
right,
Nobody else
so,
was.
he does tweak out on Val and Bert for when they get caught in the trap and shit. And I get that everybody's stressed, you know what I mean? Like, and he was like, what was their plan? But it's like, dude, to be fair, it's like, what other, they didn't have any other plan. It was just to get on the other side of the mountains, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody
So-
figured that the graboids were smart enough to set a trap. They're
Correct.
giant
They-
fucking worms.
They also had no idea they even existed. So what are you going to do with something you don't know about?
Right. You know, I'm also gonna have to say I think I'm gonna have to say Earl, dude, for sure. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
I'm gonna
because
change
every-
mine to Earl too. Yeah.
Just because
Yeah, 'cause-
I like how every time he fucking just beats Val at the fucking rock, paper, scissors and shit like that. Like, even though obviously Val, like, you know, sidelines him with the fucking hit for the run and everything, but try to be the hero. Yeah, I don't know, man. He was just a really likable character in this, like, all around. Like, there was no point you didn't really like. You know what I mean? Kevin Bacon in the beginning, he's kind of a little greasy. You're like, yeah, but it's Kevin Bacon.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Hey, a little grease on there, huh?
Little greasy. So the
Hey,
next
you're-
question is special effects sets, and I'll take it away
Ooh.
with this one. Let's talk about that town set. Just to start,
Fuck yeah, dude.
fucking
Oh.
fantastic. Special effects are top notch. Practical, so it stands the test of time. I mean, if we want to talk about sets, let's talk about location as well. The mountain ranges are beautiful. The desert is beautiful. These little shanties and farmhouses are constructed extremely well. They're believable.
Can I say a little side note on that?
Mhm.
The production designer on that, he said a lot of them shits he actually bought on the road for like $20 a pop,
Yeah.
all them sheds and shit. So yeah, it's just all like legit fucking cob job sheds that people were selling. He's like, yo, nothing looks more real than real, right? So
Exactly.
fuck it.
And that's
Walter
true.
Chang's little thing is pretty fucking rad. His market and that whole little community is just, it looks fun, you know?
And the fact that we have such a small town,
Mhm.
This movie fits very well with Kaijus because yeah, they're smaller monsters, but we don't have that big of a, you know, much big of a city or town to destroy,
No.
and they
but
still do quite a good job of it.
they still
Yeah,
do
they
some
do.
damn good damage for all those little buildings they have.
Yeah, look at
Nice.
Walter
that.
Chang's.
Gonna go get some VHS rentals,
What kind of VHS does he have?
dude. That would be a crazy, like, yo, what imagine that question, like how deep that would be. Like, I gotta pause that one frame. What are the VHSs on Walter Chang's fucking shelf?
I replicated Walter Chang's VHS selection from Tremors.
Awesome.
That
would be
pretty
That's a flex and a half.
That would
dude.
be super deep. Yeah. Right. Like, wow,
But
bro.
that's like trivia. It's like, so what were they? It's like, where did you see this, first of all? Because I didn't.
Right. But no, man, going back to the special effects and sets, I mean, we got practical effects, which are always amazing. Unfortunately, later in the series, number 3, just
Yeah.
um,
Don't go there.
yeah. Sorry, Sci-Fi Channel, but you tanked on that one.
They did.
But no, this one had nice practical effects. Like TJ said, beautiful desert shots, and you kept it all in the desert. You either just, you know, you moved it from the small town to big rocks.
You do
It's
have
nice.
to give 3 its credit. It does
I
take us
do.
back to perfection.
It does. It gives
does.
us a couple of older characters, which unfortunately it kills off.
Yeah. it
Rest in
does.
peace, Miguel. Rest in peace.
Poor guy.
I know, motherfucker. He made it to 3, and then he got killed by a fucking ass blaster. God,
You know, when I first saw that movie, I thought, I'm like, he survived until the end. He came back.
I know. Why they gotta fucking kill off Miguel? God damn it. He made it through the fucking first.
Still, all right. Side note on the side note. My favorite scene from Tremors 3, it's actually a funny scene, is where they're looking at Bert's truck and he's just sitting there like trying not to cry. It's my grizzly big boy, my sidearms. It starts blowing up and he just goes, ammo.
Yep. I see 4. Oh shit. But no, man, I mean, very small sets, but it works very well. Like, you have inside the store, you have when everybody's on the rooftop, like that has a whole different feel in itself just from being in the rest, you know what I mean? Like from the rest of it. Yeah, you fucking were, buddy. Welcome, buddy. Welcome, Brody.
Fucking Brody screwed it up today. Jesus.
It's all good.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is
He's
funny.
here. So
I guess he wasn't happy with the gore more.
No, he's happy. He's the whole pod swap on the same day. He's fucking with him a little bit.
Right.
Oh, Brody, we love you.
It's the airing of 2 at the same time.
Yeah, cut him some slack. He probably just woke up anyway.
It's very possible.
Yeah,
it's very possible. So I think we're on acting, gentlemen.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody does
wonderful.
wrong in this.
Everybody played their parts very well.
I think we all can agree that what is it, Victor Wong? I think
Oh,
he
dude.
stands out as one of the best. In the
I
set.
love
He's- He's so lovable.
I forget that before this, he was in Prince of Darkness, and I see him in this. It's like, oh shit!
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
the Prince of Darkness. He did, of course, Big Trouble in Little China.
Trouble.
The Golden.
Yep,
That's the Golden Child.
Yes,
Well, that's right. Yes.
The scene where he's trying to come up with like a name for these fucking things.
but he gets pissed off at him.
I was so sad when they killed him off, dude. Like,
Same.
I think his death actually was one of the most brutal ones because you really see him get pulled.
yeah, I was gonna say because like everybody else is this very fast or abrupt. Like, I mean, like you see Nestor, he gets sucked under the ground, so you don't really see anything there. I mean, you see the guy get dragged up the hill with the jackhammer, but once again, you don't see the kill.
Now, him, you see him get
Yeah,
pulled.
like
right in.
he unfortunately got the fucking worst of it.
He did.
I think between him and the doctor, those are the 2 scariest kills.
Yeah, the doctor and his wife, dude, definitely got it bad.
Brody, if you feel the demons coming for you, light something on fire. That normally helps.
Yes,
Have a drink before you go to work.
Yes. Soundtrack.
I don't remember any specific song, but I can say
Hanson's Mbop was my
Ooh.
favorite.
I was gonna say the music in it.
I liked Rammstein myself.
Okay. fair enough.
Yes. I'd say
No,
the music in
no, the
itself
only
was
action-
very good though.
The only actual
Yeah.
song was the Reba McEntire song. You know, big surprise Reba song at the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
what
like
was
that
the
wasn't
what,
gonna happen.
what was I was gonna say? What was the one playing on the radio when the girl was getting the car? Was
Oh
getting
shit!
stuck
Yeah,
in the
there was
ground?
that too. I have no
it's-
idea.
I don't know.
Was
It
that
I
another
think it
Reba
was a
song?
I think
I don't
it was.
think. I
'cause
think-
it had a girl's
Was it?
voice.
It sounded
feel-
a lot older than her stuff, though.
It could have been.
Yeah,
I mean, I
but
feel like
it
it was a
sounded like
country
old
song, but-
50s country.
right?
Yeah, but I think she dabbled in that. I don't know.
So, all right, cinematography.
Oh, well, listen here, slap nuts.
That was yesterday. Today's
Oh
like-
boy. Yeah, we all, yesterday we all cosplayed a plumber.
Yeah, we did.
For various reasons.
There we go. So cinematography, some of these shots of the mountains, like I said previously, are just fucking fantastic. Some of these really, let's say, what do I want to say? What is the word?
just
Revolutionary?
Great.
Revolutionary effects and revolutionary shots to make this fucking film happen, honestly. I mean, the biggest hurdle is the graboids.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
you
that
have a great
design
Western.
alone. That
Yeah.
design alone, like, I mean, we all can figure it out, but it's like, what made you think of that? Like,
Yeah.
there
Well, I
could have been
think
so many simpler ways, but they made it actually very complex.
There's not many kaiju underground,
No.
especially American kaiju at that.
None.
There.
Actually, I can't even think of another one.
And let's see how good Godzilla would do against
can-
4 graboids.
I can name a couple. The American Godzilla.
Yeah, he
Dug
tunnels. He
tunnel.
tunnels. Yeah.
And
Wait.
Baragon.
Are you talking about Zilla?
Yes.
Oh God.
Doesn't exist. Moving along.
There we go.
The cartoon series was good though.
It was very good.
What?
So
No.
Cameron
What is?
just confirmed it. Baragon.
What is? Would you also say
Gorosaurus.
that?
Actually, Gorosaurus only. To correct, Cameron Moe said Gorosaurus. Gorosaurus was only underground in Destroy All Monsters, and that was a mix-up. They were supposed to use Baragon, but I think there was a problem. The suit was too deteriorated to use for that scene, if I remember correctly.
I mean,
So, would you also consider? Oh my God, what the hell's the name?
Anguirus?
What's the? Yes, thank you. Would you consider
he
him?
can go underground, but he's not.
Right, I know he
he's
doesn't fight
all the
underground.
time. He can use it though as a power.
I mean, like that's always his intro though, is just getting off and shaking some dirt. Like, yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
Anguirus, thank you.
I just thought of that one too. I just realized he was underground.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, cinematography. What else can we say? We love the shots of the actual graboid. They give you a few different ones. They give you from the POV. They give you from the side. And when they actually, I mean, and actually, like I said, like that first, like just pop out of the ground with Bert and Val and everything was fucking great. And then obviously, you know, the explosion into Bert's basement was fucking phenomenal. Like that is the best probably effects spot of the movie, I would have to say, besides maybe the kill in
But there's no other kaiju that permanently live underground, correct? Or operate like
no, I don't.
No,
Right.
this is the only one that does.
similar to like the Meg movie that they did.
Yeah.
The shark out of water is useless. The graboid out of dirt. Yeah.
That's why we went to Tremors too.
Hey, we're not there yet, okay?
That's
We'll
later.
We'll
Yeah.
save that for our
Say-
show.
That's a few months
That's for
down the
the
road.
gore.
That's in May, if I remember correctly.
And then if you want 3, that's Patreon, baby.
But what about 4? Do we do OnlyFans for 4, 5, 6, 7?
You know what, dude? Hey,
you can do whatever you want on your OnlyFans.
yeah, that's true. I actually like 4 better than 3. I know 4
Yes.
was an oddball one, but 4 actually went back to practical effects. So you know what? I had to give it to that one over 3 still.
I actually do agree with you on that too.
But all righty. So premise.
Of course.
Oh,
Land sharks. How could you not love it?
Yeah, it's
What
Jaws
does a
on land.
graboid smell like? Well, they said it stunk.
alive and dead.
I'd say probably better than a tauntaun.
It smell
They
like
smell
a
better on the
Thai food,
outside.
Thai food and Bigfoot's dick.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what Bigfoot's dick smells like, but I guess.
I guess.
No Anchorman quote.
You have
No?
not seen the same films John and I have.
Oh no, I've seen the film, but I'm going for realistically. We don't know what his dick smells like.
Here's a
But
question.
Anchorman does.
Can we go an episode we're recording without me mentioning Bigfoot's penis or Bigfoot having sex with something?
No, I don't think so.
No. This might be the next running gag, dude. We might have a new T-shirt on the way. You never know. Involving a Bigfoot penis of some kind.
Sasquatch's hog meat.
Yes.
Oh, fucking A.
So I feel like I know what we're already going to say with this one, but recycle, rewind, remake
Be kind, rewind.
all day long.
Yeah.
If they remade this, I'm not watching it.
You don't need to.
No.
Have you seen the new 4K scan? It is.
You know, some
I
asshole
want
would want to.
I want to really bad. And
It's so good.
just give me a fucking full set, god damn it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not that much either. It's like we just want it.
They'll do it now, dude. Like now that Chad and I just bought our 7-pack of Blu-ray, you watch, dude. Or something.
Oh yeah, it'll drop. It'll drop, and it'll be like $25.
Yep.
Watch. It'll be on.
Dude, if it's
fucking Bloody
$25,
Disgusting.
I'll
It's
fucking
coming
buy
back out
2.
again.
Right? I'll double dip for that price.
Right.
So,
I'd buy
boys,
that for $1.
let's rate
Raid.
this bitch. I'm going to give this motherfucker a 5 out of 5.
Well,
I
they do
think
10s.
they do 10s.
Oh, 10s?
gotta
Oh,
do
10s.
10s.
Yeah. This is gonna be a. I know, dude. That's like a full different scale,
Yeah, that's way different than what we do.
right? 5's a lot easier to do. Like.
Okay, so
set the ball.
10 moist
Out of
moth
10.
pussies out of 10.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna have to agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay,
It
so
is
we
a
got a
perfect movie.
We got 10 out of 10 perfectly moist moth pussies.
Man, that shit is dripping. Dripping.
Moist.
Oh man.
Oh, fucking
Okay, so they
A.
do some kind of final thoughts here after do the rating. So what's our final thoughts in this movie?
Watch
Well,
it.
we've all seen it, probably dozens of times.
Dude,
Um,
yeah,
Oh,
at least.
Do you guys
At
remember
least.
the first time you saw it?
Yep.
No.
Really?
USA, dude. USA just fucking used to spam that shit every fucking weekend, dude. And I remember I watched it like twice, and then I finally was like, I need to rent it so I can see the full.
I was probably
Right.
Taryn's age when I watched the sequels.
I remember seeing it the first time, like the very first day it came out on video.
Yeah,
No
and
shit.
this- and this
Yeah, I
comment is
kept running-
staying up.
That's in
But
the
I
shirt.
kept, but I kept running down to the
That's
video
the
store
next
because it was just a couple blocks down from my house. And like, is it in yet? Is it in yet? And they're like, no, it's not in yet. I was there probably half a dozen times that day just waiting to get it.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's dedication right there.
I really wanted to see it because I remember the previous. I'm like, I really wanted to fucking see
I
it.
mean,
And
let's see,
it
dude.
did.
90, I would have been 5. I probably saw it when I was about like 7, I want to say. So I said,
remember-
'cause I saw it on TV first. So
I was definitely less than 10. We had a rental store called Hollywood Video around here before we actually had a Blockbuster in town. And I literally saw the cover. I didn't even hear anything about it. And now Brody's over here. Moth Pasa.
To say.
Whatever. Anyway, and I saw the
Mushy
cover
pushy.
and I literally just went, I have to watch this movie. So I rented it right on the spot.
I will say, dude, the cover's kind of a little bit of a tease, man, because even though I love the design of the graboids, they look nothing like what they do on the cover.
Well, you know that's supposed to be the snake mouth.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know, but it has so many more teeth, dude. Obviously, it's supposed to be more like Jaws, too. You
Yeah.
know,
Sand sharks.
correct. Land sharks. Was it Sand Sharks or Land Sharks was the original
Fuck
title?
if I know.
I
I
thought
think
it was
Land Sharks was the original.
I don't
could
know
be.
anything.
But yeah, final thoughts. Great movie. Go watch it.
Love it.
Timeless.
If you haven't
I'm-
seen
Obviously,
it,
it's a great movie. We got fucking 7 of them, dude.
So the show notes require us to have a break. So we're going to use that to shill like the little whores we are. Johnny D, what shirt we
Yo,
got on?
buddy. Oh, wow. I got this sweet shirt representing the comics and kaiju boys. Give me the sauce. And you can get this over if you hit our website, projectlouder.net. Check that merch tab. Take you right to this bad boy. On top
And
of
Bobby,
what?
what about you?
well, I have on the Welcome to Hell. No, this one. Welcome
There you
to
go.
Hell. And this was for when Adam Marcus and also us at the time, Dubeck Discussion, were doing the project for the Hearts of Darkness. This was one of the perks you could get. And it's such a sweet looking shirt. I mean, if you could just see it. Look
Artwork
at
by
that.
Corey Kaufman, design concept by yours truly.
You guys did a
Love it.
wonderful job. So, yeah, that's my shirt.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I think you could still order them via Indiegogo. I think
I think
they can't.
I think you can.
the campaign's
really?
still the campaign's still in demand. I think.
No shit.
Yeah.
Nice. It's good to know.
Fucking
But yeah, on top of that, check out all the awesome podcasts that we have over at Project Louder.
How many are there now?
16 active,
And-
5 inactive.
Yes. Some are still in the building process.
Let's label them. Big Bad Beetle Bros, box office banner. This one, Comics and Kaijus, Dream Warrior Review, Ghoulies Unflushed, Gore and More, the best. House of a Thousand Discourses, Jerk the Curtain, Joints and Joysticks, Rabbit Hole, Rants from the Black Lodge, So Much Supernatural, the TJ Bowser Power Hour, Two Guys on Friday, Wicked Wednesdays, Wrestling Ruined, and Lights Camera Exploitation.
Nice.
That's going to be a great one. I can tell.
Be
I
sure
know,
to
that's
check
gonna be
them
a fun
all
one.
out, ladies and gentlemen.
Chad, I did show notes, and just the technical breakdown is 2 pages.
Nice.
Really?
Oh, yeah. When I say
Hot
director,
damn.
we also talk about the other works he's done that's relative to before this and how it impacted this work. Yeah, we're really tearing everything apart.
Nice.
It's going to be
Wow,
even an
you're
even
almost-
deeper dive.
You're almost taking like a college course type of take on it.
Yes, every film's
Wow.
going to be a
It's
really
going to be very intellectual.
yes.
We call that back to school.
With the exploitation elements, we're going to try to explain the social elements and the things that are going on in society that would trigger such things and trigger such story elements.
Brody, for the record, it's not a $3 special. It's a $5 special. Man's got to earn a living. All right.
So would that make it a $5 foot long?
Absolutely.
Oh. I see
And
what
you
did
get
there.
the song too. $5 foot long. All right, I'm done.
Now are you a
Hey,
Bleach
Bobby.
user or no?
What you just did is just made yourself a GIF.
Yes.
He did.
You
He
know I'm
did.
taking that video and I'm going to have you just going back and forth with your hand.
Listen, if that gift gets huge, all I want are royalties.
Hey, Bobby, how big is it?
Yeah. I will store that and use that for anything I could possibly use it for.
Okay, so let's shift gears to something we're not really that used to talking about, and that's comics. So
All right.
we had The Witcher Volume 1, which is a culmination of 4 chapters. Five chapters.
Yes.
I believe it was this. The subtitle was House of Glass.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
How many pages? 130?
7.
37, yes.
Yep, just shy of 140. It was a good read.
Yes.
was
Written
very
by Paul Tobin, art by Joe Quiro, publisher Dark Horse. Fuck, they're good. Released October 7th, 2014.
Oh wow, yeah, okay. But I thought it was 2016. Damn, it's even older than I thought.
Oh, it's a little
That's
older.
what. So that's why the physical copy is so expensive.
Well, Jesus Christ, now I know why.
Now, I've never played the games. I've never watched the show. I know nothing about the universe, and this was my first introduction to everything. And I believe that it was the same for the Fluff Master down there.
Yes, sir.
Same,
I,
same for me as well.
Besides just watching,
So
like, a
I'm the only one
trailer
that's
for
played
maybe
the game.
3,
Yes.
and yeah, besides just watching somebody play it for like 5 minutes, or maybe just see the trailer. That's all I've seen of it. You know.
Funny thing, I just got an email last week or the week before from Sony. It gave me my complete rundown of, the 2020 year in review of my most played games and trophies won and everything.
Mhm.
I
Word.
logged the most hours into Witcher 3 than anything else.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. After reading this comic, I'm about to go download this shit right now because I know
John?
it's on Game Pass.
Is the
Oh,
third
it's a
one
fun game.
multiplayer, and how good would it run on our PCs?
I don't believe it's multiplayer. Chad,
I have
you-
no idea.
I don't think it is. I know there's the complete edition. I think it would run amazing on the PCs because they even have it for the Switch, and they just patched the Switch version to where even that looks like
Really?
yeah. Because like the Switch version obviously looked a little kind of toned down when they first dropped it, but yeah, dude, the last patch makes it look pretty good.
Quarter J just confirmed it's a solo player.
Thank you,
Okay.
Quarter J. Yeah, I thought so, but like I said, man, this this comic definitely got me kind of interested in the whole like lore of it for sure.
Same. This was my first time reading anything on it. I was like, "Ooh, this is really good." But I think I'm going to go. If I'm going to do it for right now, I'd probably go with the comics. 'Cause
Just
I
stay
wanna
with the
read
comics.
further in.
That's
for
fair.
now, anyway, because I don't have a system to play it on.
Right. I mean, and I can't speak for obviously his other what's the Witcher's actual name? Fuck, dude. It's a G. This is the G.
Geralt.
Geralt.
Geralt Rivia.
Okay, Geralt. I almost felt like this was just like an adventures of Geralt kind of. I mean, obviously that's what all comics are, but you know what I mean? Like this, it's just a little mini adventure, but it was still great because it's just showing other people's stories who happen to be like tied in with him in one way or another, or whether it's just passing by or whatnot.
Well, I think that's my only major complaint was that it was literally just Geralt, and there's a lot of other great side characters that go along with him in the storyline and the games and the books and everything in the TV show that weren't in this.
This was a
Right.
very horror-centric volume.
Very. This was
for us to
actually
read.
which
This was very
very
Hellboy
fitting for
to me.
us.
I
This felt like
love
very
the
Hellboy.
monsters. The
Hellboy?
monsters
It
look
felt a lot like Hellboy. Art
This was
style
the-
and everything.
This was a fitting episode for Pod Swap.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
That
perfect.
is very true.
Yeah.
I actually have, and I gotta look it up, but I have a couple Dead Space comics who I also pretty sure Dark Horse put out. But I wonder if it's actually the same guy who did the art style because it's very, very similar.
I
where
bet
it's
you
not really like super defined. It's a little messy. Like
if you got those available to the Comics and Kaijus boys, I bet you they would wean that into their schedule by the end of the year.
oh, dude, I got like I didn't get the solo ones. I got them when they came out in the book, the volume forms. Like, and there's a couple of them over there. One's like a follow up for 2, and I think another one is just a complete like solo.
Fucking A.
I'll tell you, if you guys like this type of artwork in a horror universe and throw in a little bit of comedy, you guys should read The Goon, also by Dark Horse Comics.
Goon. See, now when you say that, I only think of the fucking hockey movie. So.
The Sean William Scott film.
Yeah, right. So what? All right. So what's the Goon about? Like, what is he?
It's he's basically a goon. It's so hard to really sum up into a nutshell. It's a goon and his sidekick, and they just they're almost like mafia bosses, and the town is just there's all sorts of monsters and shit. It's just all sorts of goofy, bloody fun. Like it's
so they're almost like anti-heroes, but
yeah.
Okay, awesome. Always enjoy that. Yeah, man. So story rundown on this one. It's gonna be,
So it's just kind of So Geralt comes across this hunter dude.
Yep.
And he's like, "What's up?" And then he's like, "Yo, you see that bitch over there in the field?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's my wife, but she's like a vampire." And he's like, "What?"
Wife.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh shit." So he tells him like this story, and he's like, "Oh, okay." So he kind of like half believes him. And then he's like, "Hey, do you want to walk with me?" He's like, "Sure." Us people got to stick together. And then they come like go into the forest, and the forest is like ultra creepy. And then whenever they go to the forest, like there's a fucking house, like Hansel and Gretel up in this shit. And they're like, "Oh, there's a creepy house. Let's go inside because that's a good idea." And they're like,
before
"Oh,
that,
just like Hansel and Gretel, there was an evil hag.
yeah, there's an evil hag with like a tongue."
What was that? The bog hag? No.
Yeah. Grave hag.
What was it?
Yes, grave hag.
Grave hag. Thank you. Yes.
And she loved licking tombstones.
Yeah, she did, dude.
Yeah.
Gotta watch
That was
that
a
tongue.
long time.
And then we get like this Wendigo thing as well before they go in.
Yeah, that thing was fucking cool, dude.
I love that thing. That
Had its own like pack of wolves and shit.
Yeah. It's like a Native American type fucking thing. It gets its power from
definitely-
totems and stuff.
So okay, this is where now, Chad, you
Yeah.
played the game. Are these creatures so far that we have been introduced to? Are they in the game? Have you noticed or
I
seen?
think.
And then
I
we also
There's so many creatures that you fight.
What about a drowner?
The drown.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the drowner thing. I figured that would probably be like a basic one you'd probably fight.
Oh, those things early on in the game, those things are a pain in the ass. But once you
Oh,
level
really?
up and stuff, yeah, they're nothing. But yeah, they are a pain in the ass when you're low level.
So they go
No
to the
shit.
house, and like right before they go in the house, they see the like vampire bitch again. She's like chilling, still naked, up on the balcony. And the hunter dude's like, "Hey, that's my wife." So they go inside, and it's like real creepy. And then it's like Scooby-Doo episode type shit. And they start looking around, and a bunch of stuff happens.
So they keep finding. Yeah, first they meet a succubus,
Yeah.
and then they keep finding these giant rooms that have all this food and everything already.
Yeah, they
prepped.
find banquet hall after banquet hall.
Scooby-Doo shit.
Yeah, pretty much door to door. Like, ooh, what's in this one? Hey, it's the same thing.
And the house is completely covered in carved and stained glass of like events that have happened and will happen.
Or are happening at the time
And there's
of year.
random
or happened
monsters
at that time.
inside the house as well.
What was that, boss?
There's random monsters inside the house as well.
Yeah. So
Down at
there
that
was an old traveling group that pretty much got sacrificed in the basement by the succubus.
Mm-hmm.
And then our Witcher almost got killed by them because that bitch ran away.
Hunter dude's slowly going crazy the longer he stays in the house, but if he goes outside, he'll get killed by the Wendigo thing.
Now I imagine this, like if this was actually like in game form or even in like movie, like this would be really cool because like going down the halls, I feel you would have a lot of like transitions of you'd see like the glass almost changing in front of you and stuff like that. Like, dude, love the horror aspects of this whole house.
Yeah, it's
and
too
everything,
cool.
dude. It's like the fact that it's alive and shit. Like,
Whenever he's brought into the room by the succubus to like, I don't know who operates in here, but like this is where the glass is made.
Oh, up in the attic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, not before they get to the attic. It's before they get to the attic.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that
just
right,
that
that
room.
She's
was
still lying to him about everything.
that was the third floor attic. I meant to say, but
Yeah.
then there
Fourth.
was still the
Remember-
magical fourth floor.
Yeah.
Magic.
Well, yeah, dude, that's where her key opened up. I mean, she was already spreading
Well,
legs in the woods.
I was just saying her key was open before that, but next thing, what?
Dude, she was trying to that succubus. I mean, obviously that's that's what she does, but she was
That's
trying
what
to
you
get
do,
dick
yeah.
this whole
More
fucking-
mischief, more fighting. They make their way to what John said, the fourth floor. They go upstairs and they find out that the whole story all along has been a lie, that the hunter dude actually killed his wife. She wasn't a vampire, and it's actually a ghost, and he's the cursed one, and everything happening to him is happening to him because of this. And it's like, what
And
the
not to
fuck?
mention, like, from his version of what he said to Gerald at the beginning to what actually happened is a complete fuck.
Yeah, he was. It turns out he is a mass murderer.
Mass
Yeah.
murderer, abusive husband.
Literally just has killed anybody that's potentially come around the area and fear that they might see his wife.
Yeah.
And
Who
find
just
out the
happens to be
truth.
naked on the fucking hill.
I think they call that by today's standards trust issues.
Which even still, and I understand like this is supposed to be like, like medieval times or whatever in some other universe, but like the fact that he was like creeping on her when she was just a little kid. And then it was a panel that literally was like, but then when her breast filled out, well,
Yeah.
it was just like, whoa, bro. Like,
She gave you fruits of a different kind.
right? I'm like, dude, so what she was like, she hit 14 and you're like, well, she's got some titties now. It's game.
Jesus
Like, what the
Christ.
fuck?
Yeah, but you got to wonder how much of that was even the truth. Maybe she was a child bride at like 10 for all we fucking know.
Yeah.
Well, what did the dad sell her for? Like 22 gold pieces and like 7 hens or some bullshit. Like, fuck that father, too. That poor girl. I mean, that
Money,
dude
money,
obviously was hurting. He's like, well, I could sell my daughter for this.
So,
Maybe
opening panel, boys.
I'm trying to remember the opening panel here. It was just the pan shot over the lake where he meets the fisherman. You don't see anybody in it, but you get the lake in the middle. You get in the foreground. You get the trees, and you get the shoreline, and everything in the background.
It establishes where we are, and then the characters.
Yeah. And it gives you a nice little dark tone, a little decrepit with the trees in the front and everything. Ooh. For 20 shillings. Ah.
How much is that in shekels?
Ooh, that's a quarter J question.
Mm. But no, I mean, I feel like it sets up the artwork and everything already. So, like, you don't even have to go, you kind of get it right from this first panel.
I like the artwork throughout the whole thing. So when I saw it on the first panel, I said, ooh. And as I kept going, it all just kept getting better.
So, the
I
next
should have
question
seen that. I should have seen that. About tree fitty.
I'm pretty sure that's his answer anytime you ask him what an amount is.
Have I ever told you crackers?
It's tree fitty.
I just like to say quarter J. I'd like to say quarter J is secretly the goddamn Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, pretty much.
He might be.
Goddamn Loch Ness monster.
I didn't realize that Girl Scout was 8 stories tall and monster from the Presidential era. Damn you, monster!
I don't know why. I just gave him 350 the week before.
God damn it, woman, you keep coming back. Thank you.
Oh, what a classic episode.
Now that performance was tree fitting.
I know, dude. I can actually do the chef's dad voice.
That
pretty
was a
decent.
great voice too. You nailed
Can we
that.
get a little chef there, Johnny, for like 5
It's
seconds?
not even chef. It's chef's dad. It's just like I don't know why, but
Favorite panel, boys.
Oh,
ooh, this is gonna be a tough one.
The introduction to the Wendigo like looking creature. And
Agreed.
any shot of the house outside.
It is a nice house. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Constantine's floating house in Justice League Dark.
Ooh,
I didn't
I need to
see
watch
that.
those still.
It's just because it's like out of place and random. That's all.
would that be? Would his house be the House of Mysterious Secrets?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice.
That's what they use in the comic too.
Favorite
Succubus
panel.
That's
Oh,
that's
the
something we need to
bathtub
talk
scene.
about.
The bathtub
That's a
scene, Bobby.
Yeah.
It's a secret, all right?
Her hands and then their hands.
Mount.
And And then I actually like the next panel, just his boots, and 1 hour later. I might have to say the whole like third chapter, dude. Like honestly, I don't know. Like
throw a load from thy Witcher.
yeah, right.
Actually, it's tough to choose. I liked how everything looked in this.
So can I say also that this was my first time reading a digital comic, and it was very interesting with the Comixology app. I don't know if you guys read it where
It's
it did
so
the
much
panel
nicer.
shrinking.
Yes, it's so nice.
Yeah, it is. It's it's pretty much like a motion comic.
We're gonna start reading comics more because you're just like,
I've been doing
that for
might-
years, guys.
Well, I know,
You're
but
way
I
behind.
listen. Dude, I just okay. So I got through the first chapter, and I was kind of like, huh. And the wife's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, I'm like, it's a good comic, but I like having the physical media. You know what I mean? Like it's just something about it.
in my hands.
And,
But when you want to read a lot of stuff and you don't want to spend
right?
a lot
No,
of
no,
money,
no. And dude, this would almost actually like. Not that I couldn't do it on my computer, but I'd almost probably go buy a tablet just so I'd have a nice something.
That's
big
why
to read
that's why I
on.
have a
Like,
this
tablet.
was the first digital, like one of the first digital comics I read, other than ones that were like PDF ones.
right?
You know?
No, correct. Yeah, I mean, I read the Freddy versus Jason Nash one.
Yeah.
It was nice. I read it right on my phone. I'm like, oh shit, this is.
But like the Comixology app is just so good with presentation, and
No, it really is, dude. Like it's. probably gonna
I think
keep it.
where this stands out and where this would be beneficial over physical is like the quality of the panels and just ease of access. Ease of access at the end of the day is always going to be better. But then again, I'm a physical guy, and any day I'll go pull up my Hellraiser Nightbreed comics and be like, "This is supreme, like this is forever."
But believe me, when you've been collecting as long as I have, they take up a lot.
Oh yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I don't have to tell you.
I've got totes upon totes in my garage.
Yeah, Bobby's like that with Fangoria, so
Right.
yeah,
I'm like that with anything in my room anymore.
true that.
And I will
I don't
have
live in my room.
I'll have 2 rooms worth of shit by the end of this year.
Yeah,
I love that.
Overload.
I love that.
I'll take any load I can get from you. Okay, so
You come and see me, honey. I make it happen.
so we already said favorite panel, right?
Yes.
Actually, I didn't. I think my favorite panel was when the wife came clean and told the whole true story.
Fair enough.
Ooh,
That is
was
a
good.
M Night Shyamalan twist.
Yeah, but you kind of saw it coming. You knew he wasn't telling the truth.
Fair enough.
Just because anytime Garrett would ask him a question, he'd be like, "Hey, let's drink more wine. Let's get drunk instead."
Right.
And
Dude, I
apparently
like.
Lord
There was one
Stevens'
panel that
house collection is through the roof.
There was one panel that literally was like the same 2 panels, and it was when they got to the first banquet hall there, and it showed a fireplace and said 2 hours or 2 hours later, that fireplace, banquet hall, blah blah blah, and then it's like 2 more hours later, same fucking panel. So it's like, yo, dude, they just been eating like for 2 good hours. He's like, all right, now let's go. It's like, god damn, dude,
They were eating through the whole fucking comic. They were constantly coming up on banquet halls.
Well, I think Garrett was just drinking wine, so like he was just sloshed, but apparently not, because like you said, like it takes more for.
He doesn't really get drunk.
Obviously,
Right.
he did not have a wine dick.
Huh.
Ooh.
No, not at all.
Continuing.
Favorite character,
by the way-
boys.
But a little side note, guys.
Yeah.
The Witcher video game. There's a lot of sex.
I've been told.
It's graphic.
Is it like Fable? Can you have sex with dudes?
I thought that was wait. You could do that in Fable too. I know
I
you
don't
can do that in Mass Effect.
You can do it.
Mass
Fable-
Effect.
You can do
in-
it. You can do it in
Fable 3.
Assassin's Creed. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like you're fucking both.
Oh.
Whether you want, there's one part in the storyline where if you're playing as the dude, like you're fucking another dude just to progress the story. You have to.
Oh,
And the only my one friend plays Mass Effect, so that's how I'm like, oh, so you really do? Okay.
that was one I never got into, man. Like the shooting always looked really good and stuff, but it was just I don't know. I don't do the RPG stuff too much. I just
Same.
need like run and gun shit. But let's see. So favorite character. I mean,
Gerald.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah, the Witcher
besides
himself.
going. I liked the Hunter until like he started going nuts and you started figuring out he was
Although I
going
do
shining
like,
on it.
I do like the succubus who basically was Bev D. All she wanted was dick.
That's true. She didn't even
That
like
makes-
want to escape. She was
Yeah.
just like, nah, I'm still good here. Like,
That makes me want to be Gerald.
Like she said at the beginning, this house is so big, I'm still discovering shit.
right. Which makes me still think that she's part of it. Like, just because of that basement scene. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she says,
No,
I thought you were.
I think that maybe that's why she's cursed, because she lured all those people in there. Maybe that's why she can't leave.
Maybe.
Very true. Very true. So, yeah, I'm not this. I mean, we didn't get a ton of characters in this, obviously.
No, not in this one anyway.
You got a couple monsters, which I don't know if you can really consider characters per se, but like the Wendigo thing, but
Dude was awesome.
Dude, he did look cool. What do you have? Crows and wolves, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the crows. When he appeared, the crows surrounded him, and then they dispersed.
And what a good way to take out the hunter. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't Geralt or anything like that. It was like such a good horror ending.
Very,
Just him
very
getting
appropriate.
fucking eaten alive. Like,
Yeah,
perfect.
Geralt for me as well. So premise, boys. We like the premise.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Spooky house.
Yeah, it's pretty mint.
And the way, like you just said, Johnny, the way the hunter died.
Yeah, like whole thing. Get some crazy. I don't even know if you. I guess those things, the cursed things, were zombies or something. I don't know if you'd consider them. Maybe.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Something undead or dead, whatever. So yeah, premise. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, let's rate this motherfucker.
So they rate this out of 10 as well, correct? The comics.
I believe so.
All right.
I'm gonna give this
I'm
an 8.
Just an 8?
Damn you.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
was
I was
actually going to
thinking.
say the same fucking thing.
The same.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was going
8
to
out of 10.
I was going to do
Yeah.
7, but just do 3 8s.
It's a good comic. It's a good read. I wish there was a little bit more action in it. Not that we didn't get, or more characters or something. Like, you know what I mean?
More development.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was just a lot of
And
walking
a
through the
little more
house.
action. A little more action.
Right. Like you
But
could
I will say, for what it was, it's a good starter.
Oh no, dude, it definitely has me intrigued to like go down the rabbit hole more on this for sure. So
I'm sure the ones after certainly did.
was this I don't know if you guys know, was this the start of the run for the Witcher comic series, or is this
Yeah,
just
it must be, because it says volume 1, so it must be the very start of it.
All right. So obviously we're going with the comic series. Like maybe as they get farther down, they go more into his main story, whatever. But like I said, this seems like just more of a passing by story.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a quick arc. But final thoughts? Yeah, I thought it was a good read.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I actually want to reread it again, and I already read it twice.
Art was cool. The monsters look cool.
That Wendigo was definitely my favorite monster.
If you're a 9-year-old boy reading comics, there's a lot of drawn titties in there, so that's probably a bonus.
those pages will be sticking together.
Listen, man, I remember just being a little kid reading comics, dude, and you were just always hoping for that random titty shot or something in the X-Men, dude. Like, they were just like, oh man, Psylocke is naked? What?
Give me that back.
Yeah, right. But yeah, man. So,
Fucking A.
general nerd talk. What do
Okay,
you
so I'm
got,
going to utilize this since we're not doing Gormware this week. Let's talk about this new Severin box set that Chad and I are just coming all over.
Oh, the Christopher Lee set. That looks fantastic.
Oh, wait, what?
On May 25th, Severin Films is releasing a box set of buried gems for one of cinema's most seminal figures, Sir Christopher Lee. He remains one of the most beloved horror fantasy icons in the US/UK pop culture history, but Christopher Lee delivered some of the most compelling, acclaimed, and bizarre performances of his career in 1960s Europe. The Euro Crypt of Christopher Lee brings together 5 of these Lee classics: the 1964 Gothic shocker, Crypt of the Vampire, the 1964 cult hit Castle of the Living Dead, co-starring an unknown Donald Sutherland, 1962 celebrated Sherlock Holmes and the Deadly Necklace,
I'm sorry, dude. Brody got me fucking.
Been there, done that. at least
apologize,
once.
1967's lurid favorite, The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism, and the rarely
That
seen
sounds really good.
1963 oddity Challenge the Devil, with 24 surviving episodes of the 1971 film Polisky anthology series Theater Macabre, hosted by Lee, all remastered from original negative materials with over 10 hours of trailers, rare promos, audio commentaries, and vintage interviews, plus the Castle of the Living Dead soundtrack and an all-new 88-page book by Lee biographer Jonathan Rigby, Christopher Lee, The Continental Connection.
No shit.
So I will be ordering that.
What's the price on that, Chatty?
I was looking. I couldn't find a price on it. I don't know if they
It
announced
was
it yet.
just over 100 bones when I was.
Can
on
you
the
pre-order
Severin
it
site.
already or no?
No, let me go look on the Severin site. It's one of my visited sites.
If not, I'll wait for that pre-order and do it.
It will
Right.
be limited, so if you don't buy, the price, 105 bones, and it's available for pre-order right now.
I'll do it
Ah.
tomorrow then.
Yeah, that is
Ooh.
a lot of fucking content.
Hell yeah, especially for Sir Christopher Lee.
And Chad and I talked about this. Probably the only way you're going to watch this, and the last time you'll be able to buy this.
I can
Right.
guarantee. I can guarantee that Theater Macabre series. That's the only way you're going to be able to get it is in this box set.
Buy it now.
Tomorrow, I'm pre-ordering that bitch.
They should give you a copy of his metal album too, just for the fuck of it.
Yo, his metal album is awesome.
Right, dude?
Like-
I mean, what if, dude, he was just a man's man all around.
I thought Christopher Lee recording a metal album, and then he does it, and I'm like,
Was he in his 80s or 90s when he, no, 80s, I think, right?
he's going in. I think.
Could have been late 80s.
Probably.
See, I want
Oh,
to
I
say
listened
he
to
was
it
in
one
his
time.
70s because I thought that came out.
Was it
a good
70s?
bit- I thought it came out a good bit ago.
I feel like
Well-
it came out at least 10 years ago, probably.
Remember, he also did the Christmas album after that.
Did he?
The
No
metal.
shit. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Oh, I also announced this week, Good Burger is getting a Blu-ray release.
Is it really?
Yep.
Welcome
I
to
haven't watched that movie
home
in a
of
long
the
time.
trooper. Can I take your order?
And
Who
we're
was
getting
the villain in that? Was that Chris Kattan?
No. Oh,
No.
I don't remember.
I'm trying to
Never seen
remember.
And it
I've
looks
never
like
seen it.
Lovecraft Country is getting a physical release as well.
Ah. Well, seeing we're still on general nerd talk, and I know TJ's not necessarily a fan, but I know Chad probably has caught the newest episode of WandaVision. Bobby,
Oh
have
yes,
you?
I have.
I haven't had a chance. I'm behind.
So I already threw this out. I already threw this out to Scuba Steve, so spoilers, and I apologize. But I'm thinking Pietro is Mephisto.
That's what I've been seeing a lot of people speculating it's him or Nightmare.
It could be as well, just because he said he was. Didn't he say he was a nightmare at one point? But he keeps calling like the kids devil spawns.
Yeah.
And they thought he was a vampire, or the one can see it because they got like powers. And on top of that, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, everybody got it now, but that's how we're probably going to get it on the X-Men ticket is her bubble there that everybody is going to probably end up going through.
That's what it seems like because her powers just expanded the whole.
Well, not
hex.
only that, but they already said, what's her name? The girl from the Captain Marvel movies there. I can't think of her name and I apologize. But
Monica,
yeah, they said her DNA's already has changed because she's gone through it and it's
But that has
constantly
nothing.
changing.
That has nothing to do with mutants. She's a superhero in the comics too.
Right,
She
but
was-
isn't she a
she was not a
mutant?
Captain- She was a Captain Marvel before Carol Danvers was Captain Marvel. She was Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers was Miss Marvel, and she was Captain Marvel. And then she took the name Photon, and the real Captain Marvel came back to life for a real brief period with when the Phoenix Force came back around.
See, no, I thought
And
this girl was leading.
he sacrificed himself, and he gave Carol Danvers his blessing to use the name Captain Marvel.
So I thought this girl was leading into the Ironheart role, but apparently that's something completely different.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know. That's where I thought. I thought the bubble was actually going to lead to maybe the mutation strain going down. Like if anybody goes through,
I think it
shield
might,
there.
but it's definitely, like I said, Monica is not a mutant.
Right. And I guess my last, which I don't know, do you think half of these people are actually dead? Like I think maybe she resurrected all the people that got killed in Sokovia or something, and maybe she
I don't
utilized
think
them for
so.
the
I don't
town,
think so. It
but-
seems like they're actual missing people.
Well, I only say that only because in the episode where in the 70s, the one neighbor there, he actually almost like he was saying something and then Agnes stopped him and it sounded like he was going to say because we're all we're all here because we're dead, like almost like a limbo kind of thing.
I thought he was going to say they're all there because they're all prisoners, so I wasn't.
Maybe
I was going a different route with that.
I guess we'll have to see next. Dude, let me just say it. I don't know about you guys. I fucking hate waiting a week again for episodes. Right? That's bullshit, dude. I've had to do that so long.
I think one of my favorite throwaway lines kind of from that episode was when Wanda looks at him, she's like, "Why do you look so different?" He's like, "Yeah, why do I look different?"
Right. Well, that's why I'm thinking it's Mephisto, because he can go through different realities. So he just picked up Pietro, didn't really think about which one he grabbed, but that's why he keeps like tweaking her memories and stuff. Yeah, and he even razzed on his own death. You know what I mean? He's like, "Yeah, I laid there in the street,
got shot in the street for no reason." Yeah,
and I was just like, "Ooh, like shitting on yourself a little bit." But
yeah, and it doesn't seem like she's the one that brought him back either, because at the end of that episode, when the doorbell's ringing, she looks at Vision. She's like, "I didn't do that."
Well, not only that, but he's like impervious to her hex, unlike everybody else, which also seems odd. So, but
the plot.
What do you think of that fucking Justice League trailer, boys?
I haven't watched it because I don't want to spoil anything, dude. I just really want to watch it when it comes out, dude. Like, so bad.
I enjoyed the trailer, so hopefully that's something I can watch.
Yeah, it looks good.
Did they show anything new that we saw since the last one?
A lot.
Okay, so then I probably definitely don't want to. I kind of do, but I don't. Like,
Jared Leto
redeems 4 hours.
Himself.
So
Jared Leto redeems himself in 10 seconds.
Dude,
I'm already redeemed just by the still photos from last week anyway.
Yeah.
He looks good. Now that's a Joker I like.
Although I'm kind of confused. I mean, I'm sure it'll be explained, but what do you guys think? Is that in the
You want me to tell you what it is?
Or is it part of Batman's vision?
Okay, it's part of Batman's nightmare vision that we see referenced in Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is kind of like in a world where Darkseid takes over. Yeah, we're gonna get we'll see more of that alternate universe. And again, once Flashpoint happens, it will all make sense.
Right.
It won't seem like crazy DC fans anymore. But whatever.
Let me ask you something actually about Batman v Superman. So I was gonna watch the Ultimate Edition the other day, but I noticed it was rated R, so I didn't really want to watch it with the kiddo. But why is it rated R?
Violence.
Just the violence?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same reason this one is.
Yeah, pretty much Snyder doesn't hold back.
No, that's fine. Because I remember, I saw Batman v Superman in theaters, and I know, like, dude, obviously Batfleck just fucking is just brutal as fuck in that. Mm-hmm. But I figured, I just didn't know if, so they just pretty much had a couple more scenes of him just going ham. All right.
Yeah, just like this has actually, Steppenwolf fucking cutting Amazonians' heads off and shit. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to see real fucking war here, and it's going to be rad as fuck. The rumors that Cyborg was going to get replaced is not true. Motherfucker got an upgrade.
Oh,
so, yep.
Listen, if they cleaned up his suit at least, I'll be happy.
Oh yeah. Everybody got an upgrade.
Everybody got an upgrade. Good. Batfleck didn't need an upgrade. I thought he looked fine.
We finally got to see video of the leaked black suit Superman shots.
Ooh.
It was brief. It didn't tell you anything. It was just video of the shots we already seen, pretty much.
Yeah. So as much as I'm loving HBO Max right now because it's just giving me tons of stuff, dude, I've been watching a lot of kaiju movies, which is kind of actually works out great for this episode. I watched Rodan after listening to the boys episode the other day. But I watched another newer kaiju. Would you consider Rampage a kaiju movie? I would.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I love that movie, and I am a fan of The Rock. But man, I feel like The Rock almost ruined that movie a little bit. I feel like it could have just been better.
I saw that in theaters. I partially do agree with you. I do think he was very close to some scenes of really ruining it.
Like, he was really good up until when he got shot in the gut. And then when he came back, she's like, wow, you got shot in the gut. He's like, yeah, she must have missed everything vital. And then he's like 100% from the rest of the time after that. I'm like, no, dude, you still took a shot to the fucking gut. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you'd be fucking crippled, like holding it a little bit. Like, he's running around with fucking George with his grenade launcher and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going? Like,
okay, I'm confused by Quarter J's comment there. He calls this the Godfall suit. That's not the Godfall suit though that Superman has. That's just a black suit that Superman wore in the Return of Superman comics storyline.
Yeah, wasn't that the one where because it absorbed more sun energy or some bullshit?
I don't remember if that was the exact reason, but he was in the Kryptonian regeneration matrix wearing that, and that's what he came out wearing.
I'm not so deep into this stuff as you.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the thing.
Godfall suit would have red shoulders.
Yeah, and
I'm
it was
thinking
silver.
of thinking of what Superboy was wearing in Young Justice. He
Yeah,
had
that's
the
completely
fucking-
different. It was a fucking t-shirt.
No, when they first found him in Cadmus, he had the
Oh, yeah.
solar absorbing suit on. That's what I was thinking.
That's true.
My bad. Yeah, dude. I love me some Young Justice, dude.
Young Justice
good.
is superior to so much. Oh my
so
god.
good, dude.
Oh,
If you didn't have fucking tears at the end of season 2, you aren't human. That's
it's
all I'm
just
gonna say.
underrated.
Like,
People who don't watch DC animated content don't understand the amazing thing that is DC animated content.
dude, I had such the hardest tear rolling down my cheek at the end of that episode.
Dude, Apocalypse War fucking had me wrecked for like a week.
I have yet to watch those. I need to get there, but I can't watch those with the kiddo. I don't think so.
No, you can't. You can't.
Right, exactly. So, listen, if Batman versus Ninja Turtles fucked her up, I can't. You know what I mean? I can only imagine
I
how
don't
Justice
think
League
they can
Dark is
make-
going.
You said that, yeah.
They can't handle robot Wonder Woman grabbing members of the Justice League and ripping them in half and just throwing them to the side, and fucking Shazam getting his leg ripped off and stuff.
Okay, so since you mentioned that crossover with the Batman Ninja Turtles, TJ, how about those Power Rangers Ninja Turtles?
I
Cross
want
their
those
figures.
toys right now. Right
Wait,
now.
they came out with Ninja Turtle Power Ranger to action figures?
Yeah, from the
They're,
comic.
they're yeah.
We're getting
Which I'm a
you.
little disappointed because they made Shredder the Green Ranger, and I said, wouldn't it make more sense for Casey to be the Green Ranger and Shredder to be some kind of Lord Zed
For
looking
action figures, yes. For story wise and matching up with the comics, no.
Right, because Green Ranger power was evil, so it makes sense that Shredder would be.
And Cameron explained it before in the comics of everything. So, and
Oh, they did. Did they do it in the comics too?
If you look at Cameron's reply to your comment, he actually explained of why the characters are the characters they are.
I didn't get a notice that he even replied. So I didn't even see it.
Facebook's being stupid because Mark Zuckerberg programs flawed stuff. So yeah,
Fair enough.
just like the mystery stream pull downs.
Wait, now just chime in on what you guys were just talking about there, because I was a little lost. What were you asking, Cameron?
But wait, what the fuck just happened?
What was Chad at?
No, I
Oh,
asked TJ about the whole Casey Jones being the Green Ranger.
There is, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Chad's thinking in of terms of what would look cooler and
Right. What would
action
make more
figures.
sense?
Yeah, and
So
Cam
in the-
provided the story reason. Yeah,
in the crossover, is they just cross over with Mighty Morphin, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
assuming this is
let me find it.
Shattered Grid, maybe, or is it just a different story or like a solo story in general?
It's a good question.
Because like I
I
know
didn't,
like
even, I didn't even know the comics crossed over.
In the comics, Shredder kidnapped Tommy and took the Green Ranger powers with the help of Rita. Sadly, Casey didn't get any powers, and Zed wasn't in the series because I think it took place before he popped up.
okay,
Gotcha.
so this is early Mighty Morphin.
There you go.
Sweet.
So, like what, season 1?
At least, yeah. They probably didn't even
It'd
get
have to be, yeah.
they didn't get to the secondary Zoids yet, I imagine. I don't know if they pulled them out in the comics or not, but nice, dude.
When did we get the Lightning Zords? Season 3?
I think end of season 2 is going into season 3, maybe.
Okay.
Wait, what was the arc for story season 2 then?
Okay, see, Lightning Zords are Die Ranger, correct, Chad?
Yeah.
So after that would be Zeo, which would be season 4. So season 3 would be the Die
Season
Ranger.
three would be
Zords.
the Ninja Rangers.
Ninja Rangers.
That's right.
But wait, but was
That's
the
Kaku Ranger.
was the Alien Rangers its own season, or was that a mini season?
No,
within
That
the
was like
season?
5 episodes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
But in Japan, that's a full season known as Kaku Ranger.
Well, I was gonna say
Right.
because they had their own intro, so the fact
Yeah.
that it was only okay. Because I always remember those guys, and they were like, what? Weren't they like aquatic or some bullshit?
Yeah, they look
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking discount Star Trek species. It's Poop Town.
Yes, dude. Yes, they do.
I much
Their
prefer.
suits
Kaku
look
Ranger.
awesome, though. I like.
Oh
their
my
suits.
god, yes, so fucking rad. I mean, nothing's ever cool as Zeo Gold, but they'll get a pass. They're pretty cool.
Well, just Zeo themselves, it was all really cool design for all the Rangers.
Yes, very very.
Now,
true.
Zeo Gold, are we talking?
Tommy.
No.
No, that was Jason.
Tommy was-
Oh,
yeah,
Jason. That's right. You know what
Yeah.
originally supposed to be Billy?
Right. Well, who it was? Trey of
Treforia.
Treforia.
Yep.
And then he gave it to Jason after the
Yeah,
fact,
that's right.
right?
Yeah. Yes. It was given to Jason.
Mid-season of Zeo, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jason couldn't keep the powers because he wasn't
Like he was just like holding on to him
alien.
or something for a time or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
like he literally couldn't keep the powers though. It would have like torn him apart.
Dude, how many fucking Ranger suits now does Tommy Oliver like have under his belt? Was it 5? It's at least 4 or 5, right? You got green.
Are we going to count all the
green,
dragon
white.
transformations?
No.
I can't. You can't count this.
Before he goes into Shadow Grid. I'm just gonna say like green, white, red Zeo, black Dino, right?
Mm-hmm.
And was there another one that I'm missing?
I think there is.
Did he have another white one?
Turbo.
Red Turbo.
What was he in
You
Turbo?
forgot that one.
In
He
the
was
movie, motherfucker.
Oh, so he was red Zeo and red Turbo?
Yeah, all 3 seasons. Yeah. And then he gave it to
forgot
TJ.
he took over red Turbo because I couldn't remember if
Yeah, and then he gives the powers to TJ, and then
Turbo is
that's
where I
whenever
tapped out.
What's-His-Nuts
So that's
joins,
kind of
yeah.
why I didn't remember
okay.
that one. Okay, no shit.
Yeah, I know. I was too busy watching Beetleborgs.
Kind of, yeah. Right?
If I'm being honest. Around that time, I was much more interested in the show about kids becoming superheroes than the teenagers, but whatever.
That was a way cooler concept, man.
Yes!
Especially when you're a little kid. You're like, fuck yeah, dude.
And then when
You hang out with
Metallics
those?
came around, you're like, oh, we get more?
You know, I'm going to take a little bit of flack for this, but I always thought Kat was hotter than Kimberly.
I agree.
I mean, she was
Accent and
Australian,
everything.
so yeah.
Brody's like, that's a no-brainer.
I mean, I'm not gonna say she wasn't hot, but I still think Kimberly's my OG, dude.
Look, there's no wrong answer.
It's
Yeah.
funny. We actually do see the Zeo powers in Turbo, don't we? Whenever she goes to jump off the waterfall.
Yeah, right at the beginning. Yeah.
That's right.
No shit.
Yeah. People forget about that movie, so they always forget about him being a Turbo Ranger.
Well, that's because unlike the first Power Rangers movie, that one was actually in continuity.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, where the first movie was just like, here's all the aspects of Power Rangers, but has nothing to do with the actual series.
Yeah, because then the next season started and completely redid everything the movie did.
I know, god damn it. They never even brought in Ivan Ooze or anything like that.
Hey,
Like,
speaking
it
of
was so
that,
easy.
did we see the fucking what are the bird things called?
Tengus.
Tengu
That
Warrior.
thing is
Yeah.
terrifying looking.
Yes.
That is creepy as shit.
I did not see this.
The Tengu Warrior action figure from the Power Rangers movie. That
That is
is that the? I think I did see you post. That.
Yeah. And can we talk about the new fucking scans of these Rangers? They look just like the fucking actors.
Dude, they look sweet.
You don't even want to put the helmets on anymore. You just want them to hold them. Fuck it.
Right? Dude, all I remember is when I was a kid, I had the fucking bullshit like flip around.
Speaking of that, what's gonna stop us since Chad sent us those fucking pajamas from buying tracksuits and dressing like Power Rangers all the time at this point? Did you notice
get on there and look.
What's
Those
going
are
to stop
sweet.
us?
if you go on there, you can get sweatpants to match every
Yeah,
I
single
know.
one of them.
I was looking at the
Did
full
you
Green
see they
Ranger
have
outfit, dude,
every
myself.
freaking Ranger series too, and other stuff
I
too.
know, dude. The Psycho Rangers are sweet, dude. Like,
I knew you'd
definitely-
like those.
Yeah,
I knew you'd like
I dig those. I might go.
We all look like nerdy versions of Sopranos characters on tracksuits.
Hey, yo. Bobby's like, God damn it.
It's true.
I mean, I'm not a huge Power Rangers fan, so I wouldn't know where to start.
They have more than just Power Rangers on that site,
They
Bobby.
do.
Honestly, I think it'd be funny if like you three guys had the Ranger suits on, and I just came in with like the leather vest and the slicked back hair.
Oh, we
The old Vulcan skull going.
One day we'll get her done, buddy. One day.
I
Well,
would love to do that.
I'd say that's it for this episode, guys.
Yeah, I think that's a good wrap up.
Banger of an episode.
Yes, it
It's
was.
pretty damn good for this show.
We actually got a lot more nerdy stuff out at the end than I think.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank everybody that participated in round 1 of #PodSwap 2021.
Yeah.
And shout out to Big Bad Beetle Bros, the Comics and Kaijus podcast you listen to. And of course, we'll try this again later this year with greater numbers and more podcasts. Of course, if this is received well.
Hold on,
But
guys.
yes, but until next time, guys, this is your this is your host with the motherfucking most, TJ Bowser signing off.
This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, Chad Christmas, saying, "See you next time, bitches."
This is your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying, "See you later, guys."
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby Amon, saying, "We'll kill you next week."